feeling great. I've reached the point where I either need to buy new clothes or start wearing my belt. I don't know. Something is gonna have to happen. I gotta hit the Korean lady at the Cholo store. Hit her up. I was putting out the garbage can and my pants fell off. So I've reached that point. I'm like an elderly man now. Pretty cool. Yeah, I should definitely do something about that. Gotta get suspenders. I should just do the old overalls, you know, and then next step is have intercourse with my siesta. Are you doing anything for exercise? I'm probably putting in at least like 80 to 100 steps a day. And that's mostly taking out the trash. And I'm also, that's about it really. It's mostly been just lots of water and portion size and positive attitude. No stress allowed, but that's like a given. You can't do anything right if you're stressed. So no stress allowed. Can you give us fat guys some tips on portion control? What do you mean tips, dude? What do you mean tips? Don't eat so much, man. I mean, that's like you're walking right into it. Don't eat so much. The only reason you're eating a lot is because, first of all, it tastes good, and second of all, there's more room. But you don't need that much food. You just need a little bit, like the amount of your fist or so. And the first trick is, it's like you have to get your fat stomach used to not, like it needs to shrink, basically. You've stretched it out by filling it full of Golden Corral when you go beast mode. But what you do is you fill it with water and just a little bit of food until it shrinks down to the normal size it's supposed to be. Your fat stomach and love handles and shit, they don't need to shrink. The actual size of the thing that holds the food will shrink. And when that happens, you don't need to eat that much. Yeah, it'll taste good and you'll want to eat more, but you don't need to. Like, to live is what I mean. To live. And function well. Like shit, and smooth BMs, energy. You know, you will be able to have all that stuff if you just eat a little bit. The size of your fist is a decent, like... And when I say the size of your fist, I mean after being chewed. Fully chewed, you know, a handful of food every time. Exercise... See, the thing about it, a lot of people always say exercise is well and shit, but dude, everyone's different, man. Some people, like, let's say some people can exercise easily, but they can't diet well. They don't have the self-control to stay away from the foods they like. Or the other way around. They have the willpower to not eat the foods they like, but fuck exercise, right? Everyone's different. So I don't think it's necessarily, like, you don't have to do what you don't want to do. That's the case. What is this? It keeps building? Oh, we're talking about weight loss? Dude, you know what's never gonna work? Stress. No matter what you do. No matter what you do, if you're stressed, that shit's never gonna work. It's going to counter, like, if dieting and exercising and being fat in general stresses you out, the stress alone, that part of it alone will prevent everything else you do from working. Everything. Exercise, diet. It may work for a couple of days or a week, but it's not going to work. Like, for real. It's not going to work. You have to remove stress. It's the only way. It is. You don't realize it yet because you're a bitch. But trust me. It's the only way. Oh yeah, that fat guy wanted advice. The best advice I could give you, and this isn't about weight loss or anything, it's about success. The best advice for success, eliminate stress. That's it. That's the best advice. No matter what you're doing, any kind of success.
Thank you.
It is the only way. I mean, it's not the only way. You can overcome and still succeed with stress. But if you do it with stress, it's like doing It's like running a marathon with a lead vest on. Like, okay, yeah, you could do that, but it's way easier if you don't have an extra 50 pounds on your fucking shoulders. And that's a metaphor. Like, it could be 50 pounds in your brain.
Waldo.
Stress, dude. Trust me. My fat cousin did an operation and now he's skinny. Dude, even people who do operations, I promise, I've known multiple boys and girls who have done gastric bypass, but they got fat again. Like, they spent all this money on this surgery and it made their stomach smaller, and then they, like, fuck that, I'm gonna still eat until it gets big again, and then they get fat again. It's definitely the way it is. That's because they're not ready. If you're not ready, not even surgery will work. You have to be ready. Anyway.